Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as usual, ready to keep you updated on several stories, managers, players, plenty of things to say. Let's jump into it today. A top-rated clinic with over 20 years of experience, trusted by more than 7,500 patients from the UK. Antlara has been a champion in dentistry for over 20 years consistently. Team of specialists and a fully equipped in-house laboratory. Every treatment is carried out with precision and efficiency. With the London office, aftercare support in London and clinics in Turkey and Belgium, your journey continues smoothly even after you return home. From airport pickup to hotel and clinic transfers, everything is taken care of. No language barriers, no pressure, no upselling, just honest, transparent care. And right now, you can get an exclusive discount on your treatment. Click the link below to receive your personalized plan. Here we are guys, always updates for you, always news for you, many things to mention also today, and let me start by mentioning managers today, because it's the very end, the final part of the managerial appointments ahead of the season 26-27, and so we have Massimiliano Allegri, who is going to be the new coach of Napoli in Serie A. He's gonna leave officially his contract at AC Milan, got fired last week, but his contract will be terminated, and so he will sign for Napoli in a 2-year contract. Then Michel, the manager from Girona, who left Girona a few days ago, signed today as new Ajax boss until 2028, and so Michel to Ajax is done, wanted by the director Jordi Cruyff, and everything completed. Then one more big story is about Marco Silva. Marco Silva, the Portuguese manager, leaves Fulham and becomes the new head coach at Benfica. It's a here we go. It's done. 2-year contract plus 1-year option, wanted by the president Rui Costa and by the director Mario Branco, who was already with Marco Silva at Estoril in Portugal a few years ago and will now appoint Marco Silva for Benfica. So many agreements around Europe, but then Anfield, Liverpool, Andoni, Iraola. Here we go. The deal is done and agreed in principle between Iraola and Liverpool. He's going to be the new coach. Everything is in place. It's not a surprise if you're following the channel. On Saturday, ahead of the Champions League final, I told you, Arne Slot leaving, Iraola coming. Everything absolutely confirmed. After that exclusive story, Liverpool have confirmed Arne Slot to leave the club, and soon Liverpool will confirm Andoni Iraola as new manager. Everything is almost agreed, just waiting on the final touches, on the final details, and then Iraola will be presented as the new Liverpool manager, despite rumors and reports on Luis Enrique, who is going to stay at Paris Saint-Germain and sign a new contract quite soon. In a video yesterday, guys, overnight, I told you, keep an eye on Real Madrid. Real Madrid, the signings are coming, was the video from last night. Well, signings are absolutely coming, because Ibrahima Konate is going to be a new Real Madrid player. The here we go is expected to arrive right after the elections process, because when Florentino Perez will be re-elected as Real Madrid manager, there will be several announcements to be done. Tony Rudiger new contract, 2027, Jose Mourinho as new manager, 3-year contract, and also the first signing, Ibu Konate. Done deal, everything agreed, verbal agreement in place. Ibu Konate will sign a 4-year contract at Real Madrid. The salary has been agreed. Konate had a really lucrative and important proposal from Saudi Pro League, but he told them that he wants to go to Real Madrid. So, unless something happens with the elections, Ibrahima Konate will sign for Real Madrid. From Saudi, they are willing to wait and see what happens between Konate and Real Madrid, but officially, they have already decided at Real Madrid that they will proceed with Ibu Konate as a new signing. So big story, Ibrahima Konate to Real Madrid will be a here we go. And then in the video last night, I mentioned also Denzel Dumfries. Real Madrid are absolutely on it for Denzel Dumfries. Why? Because in their short list for the right back position, Tottenham don't want to sell Pedro Porro, and Ivan Fresneda is a backup at the moment. It's not the top priority. Denzel Dumfries is a serious option for Real Madrid. The release clause, I told you exclusively overnight, is not 25 million euros, is slightly under, around 20 million euros. So this is the value of the clause for Dumfries, and now the expectation is for Real Madrid to negotiate very soon with his camp. Real Madrid are discussing with the agents of Dumfries. My understanding is that on Dumfries there is also interest from Liverpool, Liverpool are also very keen on Dumfries. They were interested with Arne Slot as a manager, and they keep following the profile of Denzel Dumfries, so for sure a lot of interest in the Dutch right back, but at the moment Real Madrid are leading the race and really attractive option for the player. So remember that there is no negotiation needed with Inter. 20 million euros, release clause, go, pay, get the player. So negotiations are not needed. Negotiations are needed on player side. So Liverpool remain interested, Real Madrid are there, Real Madrid are leading the race, and for sure an interesting situation to follow, the one of Denzel Dumfries. So there will be several movements around that one. Then more to follow also on other players, including, for example, the situation of Robert Lewandowski. For Robert Lewandowski, there is a potential offer coming from Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce have approached the camp of Robert Lewandowski. He is available as a free agent after he left Barcelona, and for Lewandowski, they are trying at Fenerbahce to tempt the player with an important contract, with an important salary. There is also Saudi Pro League clubs very keen on Lewandowski, so there is not only Fenerbahce, but Fener are pushing, with Safi, one of the candidates, to become the new president of Fenerbahce. So a story to follow for sure, with Robert Lewandowski available on a free and high on the short list at Fenerbahce. Then more to mention, two more stories I want to tell you today. One is regarding Andre Onana. Andre Onana returns to Manchester United from Trabzonspor loan with immediate effect. At the moment, the expectation is for Andre Onana to join the pre-season tour with Michael Carrick as a coach. So Onana will be with the Manchester United squad, returning from Trabzonspor. Trabzonspor didn't have an option to buy in the deal. It was a straight loan made in September. So now the deal for Onana is going to be about a new negotiation. My understanding is that Trabzonspor will negotiate again with Andre Onana and with Manchester United to try keep the player for one more season again on loan. So if they can reach an agreement before the start of the preseason, Onana will go to Trabzonspor immediately. Otherwise, he will join preseason with Man United, and we will see what's going to happen with Trabzon and with other clubs interested in the Cameroon goalkeeper. And then the opening story of the morning, a big bomba for Bayern, exclusive news. Ismail Saibari from PSV Eindhoven is the top target at Bayern for the winger position. For Saibari, Bayern are working on it. Bayern already sent a proposal to the player in terms of contract, and my understanding is that there is no issue on personal terms. Saibari wants to go to Bayern. Saibari already spoke directly with Vincent Kompany, Bayern manager, about, do you want to come to Bayern? How would you play? I'm told that Kompany is really appreciating the fact that Saibari can play in several positions up front. So there is a very good feeling between Saibari and Kompany on the tactical point of view. The call was very positive. Now, the negotiation between clubs is starting, PSV Eindhoven and Bayern. The deal is on for Saibari. We will have to follow, obviously, the following steps in terms of negotiations to understand how much PSV Eindhoven want for Saibari. Bayern will not overpay. Bayern were interested in Anthony Gordon, for example, but they decided not to go for crazy money, and the player joined Barcelona. Bayern for Saibari believed that the price could be lower, and so Saibari for sure very high on Bayern list. Exclusive news for the morning. One to watch for the upcoming weeks for sure. Ismail, Saibari and Bayern, because they still want to add one more player in that position up front. And so guys, tell me your thoughts on all these stories, talking about managers, talking about players, your feeling, your sentiment on all these stories, from Saibari to Denzel Dumfries, Ibu Konate to Real Madrid, but also Andre Onana, Robert Lewandowski and Fenerbahce. Many stories as always. Let me know your opinion, guys. And in comments, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here with Fabrizio. Ciao!